What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. It's been a little while since I've posted, and it's kind of just been. I don't really know how to explain, but I haven't really been able to pick up my cards. I mean, I have, but then I set them back down. And then I sit here, and I've been getting messages that I'm supposed to give to people. But do you ever just get to that place where you don't really feel like there's anything that you can possibly say right now that could make shit any better? That maybe I have a shit ton of work that I still need to do on myself and my life, and I'm just like drowning in this big hurricane sometimes, but I sort of created it, so I have to kind of like, I don't know, fix it. You know what I mean? Like fix it Felix or whatever that guy's name is on Wreck It Ralph, because I've kind of been Wreck It Ralph my entire life. But one of the messages that I got the other day was closure, and I I don't think that I'm the biggest person on closure, let's be honest. I probably just throw shit or scream at someone and walk away or make my point, or there's a lot of things that are left unsaid and things because communication's hard. Communication's never really exactly been my strong point, let's just be honest. I'm working on it. My throat chakra is, it's getting there. But I had been through something that was quite a few years ago where this guy that I was seeing ended up basically going back with his ex who had gotten pregnant or whatever the case may be, and it was a lot of drama, and I think that I truly love this person, but it was just constant fighting, and it was like the most emotionally and physically draining thing that I've ever done in my life. And it's just like I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like I hated this person. I went from loving them to hating them to wanting to keep them to fighting over them to just, I think a part of me just wanted things to go my way. But then if you were really to think about the greater picture, it's like if it were to have went the way I wanted it to, would it be what I want? You know? Or would it just give me something else that like I never really had, but like I have this idea of what it should be? And it's like when we think about love, when we think about relationships, when we think about communication, when we think about affection or how we truly feel loved, how do we show love to people? And what are we doing to like attain this from someone else? I think that I probably went about it in the wrong way. It was like a constant, I was like fighting for it all the time. But it was like when I had it, it didn't matter. It was like I could say that I was honestly genuinely happy with this person once upon a time, but I didn't really know them. I didn't really know who I was or, really who this person was. And I just think about, I've always done that. I've always superficially attached myself like an octopus, probably, or some, yeah, probably an octopus. Okay. Like you're not going anywhere. You're mine. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like that's not how life is. That's not what that's not what like love is. That's not what everything is fleeting, nothing lasts forever. And the idea that we have that we're gonna meet our Prince Charming and we're gonna marry them and we're gonna be with them the rest of our lives and everything's gonna be so great and we're gonna have like this fucking really nice house and these cars and the kids are gonna be playing in the yard and laughing, and it's just like, bruh, that's not really what it's like. That's not really what it's gonna be. And I'm not saying like I'm not trying to like crash everyone's dreams. Like I'm sure married people are happy but I feel like it's a decision, Are we gonna make this work today? Are we gonna work on this today? Do we want to live in the moment that we're in right now without any expectations for the future, even though that's really hard to do because I feel like none of us really want to lose anything. The fact that the person that you're dating or talking to or in a relationship or even fucking married to, they could die tomorrow. They could cheat on you tomorrow. They could leave you tomorrow. They could tell you that they're gay tomorrow. They could be a completely different person with Alzheimer's tomorrow. Things change so fast, and it's just like, for me, I would be with people I didn't really even know. So as you get to know this person, maybe do people fall out of love, you know? So holding on for so long is like pointless at the end of the day, because what are we holding on to, you know? And I have, my emotions have been so incredibly crazy. There's been a lot of like massive fucking shifts that are going on right now. So if you feel like you're going crazy, or if you're crying like on and off, like randomly, if you feel like really antsy or you're not able to sleep, there are so many things that this is normal. You're not crazy, but you probably feel crazy if you're going through what I'm going through right now. It's like you're really happy. Like I noticed myself, I'm laughing a lot more, but I'm also crying about things, you know? And then the universe just puts me face to face with the person that broke my heart really bad. Like the first person that I could say, oh, not the first person that I love, but I could say, yes, I love this person, you know, and I never had the closure. They're going to put you face to face. Because, you know, me, I would probably be in Hermitville forever. Like, I don't really go around people. I'm not really trying to, it's easier for me to be mad. But to rip off those band-aids and like have to feel those old feelings that you think that you're over in order to heal, that shit sucks, man. Now I know why it's easier to stay mad than admit maybe I do love this person still, or I did love them and they fucking hurt me, but maybe they didn't try to, you know? But I didn't want to hear that. Basically, all I was trying to see is like my tunnel vision, that I didn't get the person that I wanted to because of this other situation, but maybe that's the situation that needed to happen. Maybe everyone is on their own journey and we can't force people to be on the same journey that we're on, because we're all doing things differently in a different way. We're learning things in a different way, and it has to be at your own pace, because having to see shit for what it really is something that not a lot of people are able to do. It's easier to live in an illusion. It's easier to pretend. It's easier to not talk about it. Act like it doesn't bother you. No wonder half the fucking population has internalized childhood trauma and fucking depression and anxiety and schizophrenia and bipolar and whatever the fuck else they came up with, all leading back to the one fact where our brains are fucked the fuck up. Okay? They are programmed the wrong way, and they're all like diverting. Like, you know, the ping pong games where the ball is just flying all over the place and just hits a wall and then it'll go back to the next wall. Like, that's basically what your brain has done your whole entire fucking life to get you through things that you had to go through, but because we didn't know how, or we weren't taught, or we just didn't have the education. Honestly, we didn't have the fucking education about it because we were taught the wrong shit. We weren't taught how to heal ourselves, or that we can or have that possibility, or that some of our hands, some of us were put on this earth with healing hands. That, you know, if you think about doctors, if you think about chiropractors, it's so many different things. Like, everybody has a gift, and I'm just saying, like, tap into it. Some of you guys tap into whatever this is that you have, that you're afraid to like step out and say, this is what you like to do, this is what you're good at. But at the same time, like, because it's not talked about or other people aren't doing it. And there was like, if you think about it, when Jesus was here, he was a healer, and that's why he was persecuted for the shit that he did. But honestly, he was just here for a better purpose, you know? No, he was not really supposed to be worshipped and claimed king and blah blah blah. I could go on for days, but he was still a part of history where he had healing hands. Like, that is real. Those, some of those stories probably were based on a true story. So it's like we have to dig a little bit deeper into shit. Like, this is real. Like, there were people that actually we're here doing these things. And it's not just about tarot, it's not just about knowledge, it's not just about gaining all this knowledge to yourself but not really helping the next person. Like, we're supposed to be raising the vibration of the planet, where every person that takes their own personal steps on their journey is changing the vibration of the earth. Like, I don't think people understand or like can comprehend the power that you hold, and you don't even realize it. So if you're a writer, there's some words that people need to read if they're unable to learn in another way. If you're a singer, if you're a songwriter, if you're a entertainer, there's something that maybe the world needs to laugh. Maybe the world needs to hear something that you have to say through your music, or however you, maybe it's healing for yourself to get those words out of your chest. If you are a teacher, you're teaching children every day. I don't know if I have any teachers on my channel, but if I do, I swear to God, we got to start teaching the kids better things, the real truth. Can we have some teachers that teach the children the actual history and not the ones that were in the books, that we drill into their head the same stories that are based on just complete bullshit in a corrupt system? Our whole education system needs to be redone so our kids don't grow up ignorant like the rest of the... I could go on forever about that. But I think the main thing that is just begs to be spoken out loud somewhere is that we're going to be faced with all our shit. We're going to be offered the chance to have closure with things. And it's up to you whether or not you want to take the opportunity to get the closure, because it doesn't really come with a warm, fuzzy feeling. Is it nice to hear someone apologize to you for hurting you and breaking your heart? Yes. But it also brings up those same memories. That you probably spent a long time trying to avoid. Because that's what we do. We bury shit. It's easier, right? To pretend that we don't have those feelings. Like, nobody hurt me. Like, fuck the world. You know? But that ignorant mindset isn't really the truth. It's a facade based on ego. And I feel like there is something beautiful in the truth. In that raw, open truth that so many of us have. So I encourage you to stand in that. To get it out, because that's what we need to do. In whatever way. And be strong and know that you're not alone. Even if you feel like you are. You have so many people in your corner. Don't give up on this journey because it's hard. These are things that we had to learn again because we didn't learn it before, and maybe there was something that we needed to see, and it's not pretty, it's not fucking butterflies or rainbows, it's some pretty dark shit. But it's also everything that's been holding us back in our lives, that we're be giving the chance over and over and over again to redo better this time. I appreciate everyone on my channel that takes the time to listen to my rants and raves, to the people that show love, all my emails, all the support, the positive energy. You guys, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate everybody. But I just wanted to say thank you. And that if you feel like there isn't anybody that doesn't understand, if you feel like there are people that don't understand what you're going through, or that you're the outcast, or you know, you can't do this, or you are going through the same thing that I'm going through, you're not alone, because I'm walking right along with you. And so are your ancestors and your spirit guides and your angels. And let me tell you, we are deep out here. Y'all just don't even know. Have a good night, everybody.